What's up, real estate agents? If you guys want to find out how to continuously optimize your paid advertising efforts and test different creatives against each other, if you feel like, you have a winning ad and you're like, this is a really good video, but what if another ad I could film could be even more profitable, right? There is a way to do that. And in this video, I'm going to show you the method that we've developed here at NAL to help apartment locators and real estate agents in general continuously test different ad creatives against their winning ad so you can forever start driving down the cost per lead at your company. This is an amazing, valuable video that for years we just saved for our full masterclass or locator academies, but we're just going to go ahead and drop the golden nugget today for free on YouTube. So how we're going to get this done is by using our developed King of the Hill method. It'll all make sense in a second. We're going to hop on my laptop and I'm going to show you how to take your winner ad and then keep adding a challenger to see if it does better once we reach either 1,000 impressions on the challenger ad or 50 landing page views or survey views, right? And if it doesn't beat it by like 20% or more, then you just pause it. Then you add another challenger. And then when your challenger ad beats the current ad you have active that's profitable by over 20%, like less cost per lead, and it's just more profitable, then that becomes the new King of the Hill, right? And then you pause the old ad, leave the other ad on, and then you just forever rinse and repeat every 3 to 5 days in the future. And this is how serious marketers and serious advertisers can always iteratively test an even better, superior ad that's already working for you. All right, this is how you get more of your money back from Zuck. And you can use this method if you're running cold advertisements on YouTube, the way we walk agents through as well. So whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, the King of the Hill method is what a lot of us are going to use because it's the method that you should be using if you're doing anywhere from $10 a day budget to $100 a day budget. If somewhere you can afford within that range on funding paid ads, you should only be using the King of the Hill method. There's no reason that you would test way more ads because you don't have the budget to do so effectively. Anyways, let's hop on my laptop. I'm going to walk you through all of this. Okay, let's get this party started. First off, I'm not actually religious. This is just for fashion. I bought this from a local artist here in Austin. He wanted $6 for this thing. And I was like, I got to pay you more than that, dude. So I gave him a $20 bill and he was super happy. I like the story on this $20 little necklace charm. Anyways, so what we're going to do is let's hop inside of Meta ads. We're using Facebook and Instagram ads in real estate more for like retargeting campaigns, okay? If you're running advertisements trying to generate leads from completely new people that have never heard about you, that's a cold campaign. And with cold campaigns as an apartment locator, because that's the real estate niche that we really focus on at my company, NAL, we're using YouTube sponsored ads for cold traffic. And the reason we do that is because when people are really looking up apartments to rent and they're actually in the market to really rent an apartment soon, well, Google, they offer a filter where you can literally select present this ad to people that you think are going to rent soon and that are renters, like their home ownership type is like renter, not homeowner, right? You can actually get that granular with Google ads. You can't really do that with Facebook or Instagram. And it makes sense, right? When people are looking up apartments like on Google, hey, luxury apartments near me, cheap apartments near me, loft style apartments in this zip code, people are Googling that stuff. They're not going to Facebook and searching for that. So that's why Google, it's an amazing resource to run cold advertisements. It's the smartest thing you can do as a locator because you actually have that filter, okay? In a different video, we'll walk through a cold campaign on Google and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But for this video, let me show you what to do on Facebook and Instagram, assuming we're just going to forever want to keep making our winning remarketing ad more profitable. So we're inside of Facebook where we usually do remarketing. So let's go to this campaign. And then we've got this one. I like to title my ad set King of the Hill, but really for an apartment locator, the purchase custom conversion event would be leads or submit application. If that doesn't make any sense to you, just go watch our latest video. It's called, here it is right here, how to safely run Facebook ads for apartment locators. Go watch this video because we talk about a lot of how to set up remarketing in the first place, okay? So it actually would make more sense if you watched this video first. Here's the thumbnail, because this is what shows you how to set up remarketing ads on Facebook, okay? Now, this video, we're going to talk about like, how do we keep making our one winning ad better? right? At like a $10 to $100 daily ad budget. And most of us in here, we're not going to go over $100 daily, right? That would be like $3,000 a month in remarketing ads. So unless you're a giant real estate brokerage firm with thousands of leads every month, you're not going to go over like $10 to $100 daily budget. So within that daily budget, the only thing you really should be doing that makes sense for a small budget like that is running the king of the hill method. Okay. So let's go ahead and click into this ad set. And then we're going to go and basically let's look at the ads in this ad set. Okay. So this is a perfect example right now. I like to call whatever my winning ad is the control. Okay. So I call it the control. And then I just name the ad like however long the ad actually is. This one's 2 minutes and 24 seconds. And then what format it's in. So all of my ads that I run on Facebook, usually they're 1x1. And that's because they're square, it takes up more real estate on someone's screen, and it's much better than a 16:9 standard format video, right? This isn't YouTube, so you have to run your ads 1x1 format, okay? Or 4x5 would be even better than the square format, but that's only really acceptable when you run like feed ads on Facebook and feed ads on Instagram. So universally, the easiest format that works well and is interchangeable is 1x1. That's why all my ads are like squares on Facebook, okay? So whatever your winning ad is that's producing you, pretty reliable cost per lead, name that the control. And then whenever you want to add a challenger ad to see if it actually beats your winning ad, then what you can do is you can go ahead and upload an ad and then name it the challenger, okay? And now what you want to do here is you want to leave the budget on the ad set level at like, let's say $50 a day, right? You can even start doing this at a $15 a day budget as well. And you can test that way. It just might take you a week before you can make decisions. So the larger the budget you have, the quicker you can make decisions on which ad is actually better. All right. These are just a couple of Academy ads in like one quick campaign that I'm showing you, right? This ad, for some reason, that selfie style is like doing really great. So here it is. I was a failing realtor here in Texas until finally something saved my entire career when I started referring renters to apartment complexes. We work with renters. So for some reason, this selfie style ad is like doing really good. And then I filmed up this ad and I'm like, I wonder if I like use a 4K camera and I really make a really polished ad using a script instead of just winging it. I'm like, I wonder if this would like be even better compared to my current winning ad. And so then I just filmed this up in a minute. New locators are closing 3 leases a week. Listen, traditional real estate has become oversaturated. If you didn't know, NAR has confirmed. And that's like me reading a script. So I'm like, maybe this would be better. So I uploaded this ad as a challenger. Okay. It's using the same ad set. So the same audience, the same everything. Don't change anything else. But you add another ad and then you title it the challenger. And what you're going to do now is you're going to let this ad continue to run along with your control, your current winning ad. You're going to let them both run until the challenger gets 1,000 impressions or 50 to 100 survey views. Okay. Then you can decide, let's now look at the ad reporting. It isn't too early. And then you can kind of compare a lot of things that we're going to look into right now together and then decide if it's your new winning ad. Okay. And so what we're going to do here is take like a real example from one of my campaigns. And you can see here that this ad that's doing good for me has 9,000 impressions. And I just added this challenger ad in and it has 777 impressions, right? And this has been running for like 2 days at my $50 daily budget. So I don't really have enough data to really start judging it. I need to wait another day for my impressions on this new challenger ad to reach at least 1,000. Even 2,000 would just give you more cleaner data, right? And then I need to check the landing page views. And if that's at 50 or more, now I can start judging which ad is better, okay? And so this is all you want to do at your daily budget is you want to have basically 2 ads running always at a time, especially when it comes to remarketing on Facebook. So we just covered how to upload the second ad as the challenger to your current winning ad. We're going to name them the control, challenger, the time, and the format 1x1. We're going to go over here to ads reporting. Now we're going to click on view report. Just get rid of all this stuff. You don't really need any of that. Let's select ad creative so we can see the ads. And now I'm going to show you basically what to select to start like really comparing the ads. All right. And then so we're going to go to metric here, impressions. Yes. Reach. We don't really care about yet. We're going to do cost per link click for sure. Get rid of clicks all, get rid of that. Definitely CPM is very important. So CPM is like cost per 1,000 impressions. That's actually huge. And we're going to do the landing page view rate for sure. This one, get rid of ad delivery. You don't need that. CTR, click-through rate is probably important as well. And then the most important one here is cost per landing page view. So like that one right there. And then you would want to do like cost per leads and then the number of leads. Once you have all of that kind of like checked off, then you can get rid of this table here, right? And so now what we're doing is like, these are just a bunch of ads that I've ran before, just in this little quick test campaign. And so what you want to do is like, look at these ads here that like don't have 1,000 impressions. One thing you need to understand is that if you don't have 1,000 impressions, you just don't have enough data. So you're only going to really judge if the ad has over 1,000 impressions. This is the way I review ads and stuff, right? So this one has over 1,000, that one has over 1,000, that one has over 1,000, and this is my current winning ad right here. It has over 9,000. So if I look at something like this, I'm like, okay, this has enough impressions to judge. $3 is a lot. Like that's way higher than my winning ad. So this is kind of a fail, right? Already. Now, if I look at this ad, I'm like, wow, it's got 2,000 impressions. So it's in a really great spot for me to judge. 1.92 cost per click. This is already better than my winning ad. So you can't just make a determination on cost per click alone, because if you're just judging ads on cost per click, it's kind of like a vanity metric. It doesn't actually mean that these people are going to turn into leads for your business. So it is good to see a lower cost per click, but you have to compare the other metrics as well. So this is a really good sign so far. It's a lower cost per click than my winning ad, right? Let's go look at this one with 1,000 impressions. $3.64, way higher. So this kind of almost disqualifies these two ads up here, right? And now we're going to look at an even more important metric, CPM, cost per 1,000 impressions. And so on my current winning ad, I'm at $42 or so, right? And so if I look at this one here, this is way higher than my winning ad and way higher cost per click. So because it failed really drastically on these two metrics, I'm going to kind of deem whatever this ad was a loser. Now I'm going to judge this one because we have at least 1,000 impressions, right? The cost per click is way high and the CPM is like terrible. So this one completely lost, right? And so already ad 4 and ad 2 are disqualified because like CPM is just so important. So is cost per click, and it failed drastically. But this one's looking interesting. So let's keep going down here and let's look at landing page view rate per link click. So like when they click the link, do they actually view the thing well, right? My current winner is at 87%, okay? This one that looks like a good challenger is at 94%. So already this is looking like it might replace my winning ad. And then I come over here and I look at my click-through rate. And this means like when they see the ad, are people actually clicking? As long as we're over like 1.4%, that's pretty healthy. And so you can see my winning ad is like at 1.87. So that's solid. It's my winning ad. But dang, look at this one, 2.03%. It is beating my winning ad already. So far, this thing is winning on every single metric. Now let's keep going. Another very important metric is cost per landing page view. Like how much money is it actually taking people to like view your survey before they become a lead or view your landing page, right? My winning ad here is $2.56. This one completely failed at almost $4. And look at this little ad just beating my winner, right? So $2, it's even lower. You got to really be careful when it comes to like cost per lead and leads because Facebook lags for like 48 hours. So I don't really trust the cost per lead or the leads that much. Unless I'm looking at like a 1 week or a 30-day report, then it's like a little safer. But for some reason, like Facebook likes to stall for 2 days when it comes to giving you clean metrics on your cost per lead and how many leads you're generating. This stuff is also really important. Like if you watched this last video that we uploaded, it helps you set up your remarketing ads the right way. And if you like mess up your selecting your conversion event that this video walks you through, you can like mess up your reporting. So just be careful with the cost per lead and the lead. Sometimes it's not that accurate, which is the problem. But so far it's cool that it's a little bit lower than my winning ad, even though probably none of these numbers are accurate. So that's a good sign. So look, guys, I mean, this ad is, we've been running it for like 3 days and it already is probably going to replace our winning ad because it completely beat it on all aspects. And we're almost at 2,000 impressions, which is a really healthy amount of data to actually, trust that it's a better ad. Okay. So I'm really excited for this runner-up ad. And the way we kind of like figured this out is by using the King of the Hill method. If we go back here to campaigns, I'm going to show you one of these campaigns and we're just running one ad set, King of the Hill. And then there's only ever 2 ads in here maximum because it's just remarketing at like $50 a day. Okay. The problem is like if you add like a second challenger and a third challenger, you're just not going to get meaningful data that fast because you're only running a $50 daily budget. So don't make the mistake in like trying to like upload 3 challenger ads to your one controller because then Facebook will do this thing that's super annoying where if all 4 ads are in the same ad set, like Facebook will get greedy on your winning ad that's working and funnel more of the budget to like your winning ad. So then your challenger ads won't have enough budget to really grow to over 1,000 impressions. And so what I like to teach is doing the King of the Hill method on only one challenger, right? So you have your winning ad, let it run, and then add one challenger at a time. It already looks like this challenger beat my winning ad. So what I would do now is I would like turn this winning ad off, and then I would leave and retitle the challenger the new controller. So I would go and I would hit edit, and I would say, yeah, this thing's my new control now because it just beat it out in every single way. So that's kind of what I would do. And I would kind of like park the last winning ad I would pause it, park it, and just say like, this used to be a winner. So you know that it's still a good ad, but you're only funding budget into an ad that's clearly better. And then you kind of just rinse and repeat the process, right? So I'd come back into the ad manager and I'd go, cool, here's my new control, toggle that off. This is my new controller now. And then I would go find another random ad as the new challenger, right? So a lot of what I'm doing is I'm renaming the ad, which one's the new challenger, which one's the controller. And this is how you can like forever do the king of the hill method that we kind of developed, right? So like maybe if I want to test a picture ad and I'm like, you know what, this picture ad looks kind of cool. I wonder if this will beat my current winner. I might just like make this ad active and title it the new challenger. And then I would fund budget to it for like 3 or 4 days until it reaches over 1,000 impressions or over 50 landing page views. And then I would kind of judge which ad is doing better. And if this image somehow beat my video, I would retitle it, this is a new control. And then I would kind of pause this ad and I would just forever just rinse and repeat the king of the hill method of like finding ads that are better than your current winner. Okay. So that's kind of all it really takes. The only thing that I'm going to add to this strategy is if you're running a challenger to your main winning ad, the control, and it's only like 10% better or something, you wouldn't crown the challenger the new winner. Because the problem is that like when you run ads for a long period of time, you run into something called ad fatigue and just the universal truth that like at scale, when you start increasing your budget and letting that ad run longer, it always becomes slightly less profitable. So if you have a new challenger down here and it's only beating your current winner by like 10%, so like let's say your cost per click instead of being $2, it's like, I don't know, $1.80. Don't just deem it the new winner because that might actually become worse after a few weeks. So you want to make sure your challenger ads completely destroy your active control ad. And it needs to be better in all of those metrics by like over 20%. Okay. So if I'm going from a $2 cost per click down to like $1.55, well, that is much more than 20% that it beat the current winner. Okay. So don't just swap crowns like super often. Make sure that the challenger is actually beating your current ad in all of those metrics. Landing page view rate, cost per click, CPM is super important. The cost per 1,000 impressions. If all of that is looking much lower, then you can crown it the new winner. And another kind of like advantage to doing this is when you run one ad set and 2 ads, Facebook like gets less greedy on funneling all of your budget to your one ad. If you guys have ran ads a lot, you would understand what I'm talking about. Like you have like 3 or 4 ads in one ad set and like somehow one ad gets 90% of your budget and you're like, what the hell? Like fund the other ones, right? So if that's happening to you using this king of the hill method, running 2 ads, just pause your control winning ad for like 6 to 12 hours and then just force some of your daily budget to run up your new challenger ad just for like, you know, a day or so it can reach the 1,000 impressions faster so you can judge it faster. That's kind of a trick. It's okay to toggle off a winning ad. Just make sure to toggle it back on like within 12 hours or less than a day. Because the problem is if you like toggle off your winning ad for more than 24 hours, it's going to like start putting it in the learning phase all over again as if you just uploaded a new ad. So you never want to like mess with a winning ad, but it is okay to toggle it off for less than 24 hours if you want to force the budget to hit your new challenger just so you can fund it enough to judge it. I hope that was helpful. If you guys need more help with this, we have live Q&A bi-weekly in our school community, and it's an amazing low-ticket offer. So there should be a link below this video where you can get more info in our most affordable school community offer, or you can just skip all the noise and invest in our full Locator Masterclass that's really helped build our brand at over 650 agents enrolled. Okay, so check out the video link probably in the pinned comments or something if you want more info on how we can help you. But I hope this video really gave you clarity on like, okay, cool. Paid ads are working for me. That's great. We have a winning ad. How do we make sure we're continuing to optimize our campaigns? How do we really test other challengers against our winner to make everything better in the long run? And you do that by using our King of the Hill method and just really looking at those ad metrics after the new challenger ad has over 1,000 impressions or 50 landing page views. I hope this was helpful. We'll see you on the next one.